Hello, everyone. My name is Sanjay Annadate. I lead the LatentView business for Europe, and it's pleasure to speak to you today. It's my pleasure to introduce you on this discussion, Andrew Phillips, Global Head of Data Insights at Apex Group. So, Andrew, welcome to the discussion. Thank you for taking time for today's topic. So, Andrew, as we're gearing up for the Roundtable event on 21st of Feb in London, I just wanted to take this opportunity to have a brief discussion around a couple of questions around this topic. We're going to go into details on 21st of Feb. So the first question, like you have spent a considerable amount of time in the finance industry, and AI-driven innovation definitely is one of the key levers the finance industry, I'm sure, is leveraging. From your point of view, how do you feel the industry is approaching to this AI-driven innovation space? If you could share your point of view on that, please.
Hi, Sanjay. Thanks for inviting me. Yes, certainly. So, just want to impart some of my experience in the conversation and highlight some of the challenges. What we'll often find in business, and not just financial institutions, and probably globally, is you'll find a lot of fragmentation, multiple data sources. There'll be a lot of technical debt as innovation has driven the adoption of new technologies. Typically, with these estates, you'll have poor data insights, and access to data may be complex or difficult or specialized, reliance on SMEs, even with marketing. So it's not just the financials, it spans various areas within the business. So it doesn't have to be in finance. There's client servicing and a lot of challenges there. Marketing, um, leveraging AI enabled products. So, from a retail perspective, you want to drive growth, drive revenues. So, how do you identify your next target markets? How do you sell to clients? And how do you streamline onboarding and reduce efficiencies? Um, with that, there's always productivity challenges and embedded manual processes. So, it spans the whole business. As we've evolved, certainly in the last 12 months, the introduction of ChatGPT, generative AI models, and the sensationalization of AI, often at the senior leadership level within organizations, has fostered a bit of a catch up culture where we might not necessarily know where the right application for new tools, technologies, and I could sit here all day talking to you about it, Sanjay. So thanks again for inviting me.
Thank you, Andrew. I think that's quite insightful. Now, just to follow up on the points you touched upon. So, from AI driven innovation standpoint, what are the use cases, like few use cases you could think of, which you feel the industry could leverage to help them to address their business objectives? If you could shed some light on that, please.
I'll probably start with a technology that's not necessarily new, but has certainly improved with the improvements and in line with the improvements of AI. So there's a lot of robotics and process automation. As the AI models in the background have refined and the experience in the industry improved, certainly from a development perspective, we're finding high accuracy in process automation, robotics, OCR. Another challenge that again is being discussed quite often among peers is handwritten recognition. So, what's the accuracy levels? It spans various areas again. So, chatbots. There was a recent news article about an organization, I can't say who, that put a customer service chatbot out there, and then the client, the customer, was asking it to write a poem about how bad that organization was and how bad the chatbot was because it just didn't help. So it just shows that getting it right, doing it well, really impacts reputationally, and that's something you've got to be conscious of in this day and age when you're implementing these technologies. Not only that, but as we look to understand our customers, um, we need to scale outputs, enhance the lead volumes and quality. Um, it's about education enablement internally as well. So, what are the right opportunities? Some of them might not be as revenue generating as others, but we just need to be clear on the value statements behind some of the opportunities. We get bombarded with emails these days, and organizations that offer these technologies are becoming more prevalent. So understanding the unique selling points and the right application in the business is equally as important. There's the enhancement of traditional techniques as well. So when you're doing web data scraping and gathering information from the web, um, how that's done, where it's going, and how you're managing your data estate needs to be considered too. So with all of these things in mind, there's still various opportunities. We can talk about risk compliance, portfolio investment strategies, bespoke client products. And I think this is where we really start to make that shift in the market. So when you're enabling client-centric products with the right technologies and tools behind it, and the application of AI really does add value. And that's one of the key takeaways for me, I think, at the moment.
Great, great. I think that's really great to hear you, Andrew. And I think some of these use cases are quite relevant across the market. It's not just the finance industry, because some of these use cases are cross-industry use cases. So thank you for sharing your thoughts on that. We will continue the discussion in the roundtable on 21st. So we'll be looking forward to see you there on that event. So thank you again for taking time, Andrew. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me, Sanjay. Been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.